I'm 23 and I'm lost. I think I need your help, or maybe you need help and we can unite and help each other. I think that this video will find about 5 people and maybe one of them will leave a comment, and if it's you, then please answer my question that I will leave maybe closer to the end of the video, because I want to say what happened to me right now. I would like to make this video as a video diary. I'm not sure if I'm going to upload it or edit it somehow. Maybe I will add some subtitles, or maybe not. I decided to make this video in English, even though it's not my first language. I'm rather concerned about speaking in my real language, in my native tongue, because my nationality is not really welcomed abroad right now, and I do not any friends of mine or anybody who I know to find this video. So yes, and I can also practice languages this way. Well, as far as I told, maybe there are 5 people who watch this video, or maybe none of you will watch it. It's okay. I would be happy if nobody watches that. But if you do watch it, please share your opinion, what you think. Well, it's my first video, and I'm kind of nervous. I'm 23 and I'm left behind. I think that I'm not in the boat with others. I really do think that I kind of lost everything. Let me explain why do I think it, and later I will ask you a question. Maybe you will help me understand what to do with my life, because ChatGPT doesn't really help me, and I went to 3 sessions with a psychologist and they didn't really help me as well. I used to be really an active student. I used to be an excellent student at school, both at school and university. I finished high school with great marks, with excellent marks. And I'm from a really small town, actually, and I could enter the university in the capital of my country, which was really difficult, and I got the scholarship, and I was a really active student. Again, I was an excellent student. And back then, in 2021, I had a really big TikTok account that counted now there are more than 500,000 followers, but nobody knows me. And I lost actually all I had. It was my dream to become popular, not just to become popular, but to share my ideas, my views, show my creativity, and I always wanted to receive the feedback. I didn't want to become rich by that, but I wanted to find some people who share my views, my opinions, or those who just admire what I do. And I could reach it when I was 19, and it was my prime era. Now I'm 23, and I'm not sure if I will ever be the same as I was before. Back then I thought that everything will be much better. Each year I will get better, but nobody told me that after graduating from university, I will lose everything. I will lose all my stamina, I will lose all my energy, I will lose the popularity that I had, I will lose my connections, I will no longer be self-motivated. After university, I didn't want to go to the master's degree because my degree was linguistics, and actually I could work as an English teacher. That I did. I worked as a private tutor for kids. I really earned little money, and I still do, even though I'm 23 and everybody around me makes lots of money, and especially because I live in the capital of my country. And everybody here is like super rich, but not me. I'm still living in my parents' apartment, and I make like really few money. Like, I don't know, maybe $600, $700 a month. So yes, not at all. What I wanted to say. After I graduated university, I couldn't find a job. Like, that was so difficult. I wasn't prepared for that because all my life I thought that, well, I'm wanted everywhere. That, yes, I will be accepted everywhere because, well, I was always an excellent student, but no, nobody really wanted me. I understood that nobody cares about me. And that crushed my ego, to be honest, and my self-esteem. And I was without a job for a year. I made like little money by giving some lessons, some private lessons, English lessons, but I understood that I don't want to do this because I work with children and I wanted to work with adults and do something more valuable and to develop like my knowledge, my brains, because I always liked to study. So studying is the only thing I'm good at, but I'm not really good at working. I don't understand how to make money. And right now, back then in university, I had like my dreams about traveling abroad, about studying abroad. That's what I was dreaming about since I was 10. That's why, because I started learning languages in the first place, because I wanted to go abroad, to study abroad, and I was dreaming of that. I was dreaming of, to study in the language camp somewhere like in Australia, I don't know, or traveling like during holidays to Finland or to Europe or somewhere else, or Asia, doesn't matter. But my parents, like, they couldn't. So I thought that maybe after I finish school, I will travel. Well, I'm 23 and I haven't been abroad, actually, even though I speak languages. I have no money. I don't even have like the foreign card to pay with. If I go abroad, I should pay with cash. And this year I gained air phobia, so I'm really scared of traveling on planes. Now, because the last time I traveled there, I was stuck in a plane that there was some incident, okay? And I felt this feeling of falling, and I have insomnia right now. I don't really sleep at all. Sometimes I don't sleep for a couple of days. Sometimes I sleep 3 hours during the night. So yes, it varies. Today I slept like 4 or 5 hours. It was much better. And then I graduated from school, from university, and I thought that, well, everybody is struggling, right? So finally I found an internship after a year of being unemployed. And I understood that, well, I work in a really big company, in an international company, and there are a few international companies right now in my country, unfortunately, because we're kind of, well, never mind. And it was my dream to work in an international big company, because at least in this way I can, feel this global culture or something like that. And I understood that people who work there, like those who are other trainees, other interns in this company, they receive the position right after university. Like at the age of 22, or some of them at the age of 21, those who were still studying and they could work in this company. And I thought, why? Why so? Because I struggled for a year. I wasn't employed for a year. I really hated my life. I thought that I'm useless. I'm dumb. I have no value at all. I'm not wanted. And I thought that, well, I kind of tried to reassure myself, because I thought that maybe others struggle the same way as I do. But they didn't. They received the job. Those people who work at the same company with me right now. And I got the job like in the July of 2025. And now it's December and my contract ends, because this internship, it implies 6 months of working for really, really low salary. And after that, it's not like you will be hired. There is no position. So I asked my manager. They told me that, no, we cannot have you in the office because there is no like position for you. There is no place, and I will be unemployed again. And I'm 23, and I didn't know that I will face these hardships. I thought that it's, they tell that these are your gold years. When you travel, you have a partner, you have a job, like you make some money, and you have no responsibility. But I have nothing. I've never had a relationship. I think maybe something's wrong with me. I started, go dating. It's the first time in my life when I go dating, because I've never was interested No, I've never, I mean, I was never an interest for somebody else. Like, even though I liked somebody, they never liked me back. It was never mutual. And I decided to use the dating app and to go dating. And they never actually write me back after dates. So maybe maybe I'm not beautiful, or maybe I'm not interested, Never mind. So I'm kind of worried about... Look, it seems to me that we are all struggling with some problems. We should overcome some obstacles, but let's put it like that. Each obstacle, each problem is a hill that you should climb, and when you're on the top, you see that there are other hills, and you understand that, well, it's your first problem, it's your first obstacle, and then you go down because you overcame the most difficult part when you were on the foot of this hill, and you climbed it. And you see that, yeah, so there are other hills and they're not really big. And you go down and it's easy because you ate the frog. You did the most difficult part. And now you just run down and it's easy. But it seems to me like I'm still on the foot of the hill, and I look at this hill and it looks like a rocky mountain. It doesn't look like a hill at all, and I cannot climb it. I tried, I always fall. And I see others who are equally really lively climb this mountain, which is actually not a mountain, it is a hill, right? And they climb it so easily. And it seems to me like I have no gear, like I have no nothing to climb this mountain. And I have no equipment, and they have everything. But do they have it because they were born with it, or do they have it because they already climbed other hills and they just acquired it during climbing it? I'm afraid that I will stuck at the foot of this mountain forever. And I understood that I'm constantly feeling, I'm having one feeling that I really hate. I started feeling jealousy that slowly turns into hate towards others who can climb this hill. Those who are not afraid, those who can overcome these obstacles, those who just climb and they travel and they do what they want. And I just look at them, overwhelmed by the feeling of fear before this, in front of this mountain. I look at it and I don't see the peak, I just see the big rocky mountain, and they climb it like it's a really small hill. And I feel jealousy towards these people, and I feel hatred. I don't want to hate them. Maybe I hate myself, or maybe I do hate them, because I'm 23 and I'm still stuck at the foot of this mountain, and I think, am I late bloomer or am I a loser? Everybody around me is 22 or 21 and they're more successful than me. They make money, they have friends, partners, they travel, they study abroad. I cannot study abroad. To study abroad, at first I have to get my English certificate, and to get it I have to travel abroad. You understand that? Because we cannot have it in my country right now. And I make so little money, I can't even save money for paying this English exam. And I don't have much in my CV, in my resume to apply for. I'm trying to apply for master's degree in my country in a really good university. But again, I'm really not sure in my abilities. So the question is, how do I overcome the feeling of jealousy towards other people who can climb this hill, who don't see this hill as a rock mountain? And the second question, How do I overcome the feeling of being overwhelmed by this fear of what I have now, of what I face now? I just want to hear the stories, or maybe your advice, those who faced it, those who also thought they're gonna stuck forever, like in front of this rocky mountain, and somehow they found the way to maybe a shortcut how to overcome it. Today I had to go to the bar with my friends. Well, I'm not sure if we are friends, but I'm trying to be friends with them. They invited me to go together, and I was really shocked because nobody really invites me anywhere, and I refused. In the end, I told them that, sorry, I have no time today, maybe next time, but I don't really want to face them because I understand that I will feel jealousy again. I don't want to feel it. It was my first video, maybe I will not upload it again. I want to see your advice, your opinion, and have a good day.